like one of the first things that come to come to my mind when like being a real one is that when like keeping it real goes wrong. And if you're familiar with Chappelle show, you know, it's a pretty popular skit that he has entitled "When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong." And Chappelle, he plays this character in this skit. If you have not seen this, go watch this if you're listening to this thing.
Amazing.
But he's this executive. He's a guy who came from like a bad background. He overcame the odds to get to where he's at. And he's in this meeting. He's like the vice president of this company. And he's in this meeting one day. And one of his, I guess the guy that mentored him, he said something just like that offended him. But it wasn't intentional. Like it wasn't intentional. It wasn't
Ignorance
or anything like that. Yeah, it's like that. And like this character played by Chappelle, he loses it. It's like he had enough and he loses it. So he's a successful guy in this meeting, and then before this, and he just like loses his cool. So he's cussing. And keep in mind, this is comedy, so this is like a skit, but he's like cussing this guy out, like saying like rap lyrics, like throws up Wu-Tang, all this stuff. Man, it's funny when you watch it, but he ends up, of course, by his actions, he loses that job and he ends up like working at a gas station, cleaning windows, like scrubbing with the windshields and the windows on people's cars. So, you know, he made a decision. Because like you were saying, it's like there was nobody in that scenario to really hold him accountable. Like there probably needed to be somebody right there on spot to check him as soon as he started to kind of go down that road. But there was nobody there to help him out. But, you know, he lost his cool and he lost everything that like the positives that he had going for himself. And, you know, there's a consequence. I think there's just sometimes there's a consequence to being like real, to saying sometimes and doing the things that you really want to do. Like you have to understand that there's going to be a consequence to that also.
You know what? That seriously reminded me of the one Keeping It Real from the Chappelle show. Another one where the lady's like, I don't like people playing games on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of my favorite ones because somebody was playing games on her phone. And what she do? She got mad and she thought she was a real one. So what she do? She pulled up on the chick and said, "What's really hood? Beep." Next thing you know, she was behind the glass, shackled up. And that's when Keeping It Real went bad.
Yeah.